foundation of AI. So here we have a representation of all the bits and things of different technologies or subjects with respect to which are mixed with AI. Okay, so we have like mathematics, economics, neuroscience, psychology, physiology, um, computer engineering, one of the key aspects where we are going to be working more on. Then we have control theory, cybernetics, linguistics, and so on. Okay, so let us have a bit detailed information of these where exactly it helps us. Okay, I think we'll start with physiology. So basically, physiology is used for logic and methods of reasoning. Okay, so it exactly things like how a mind as a physical system that operates on a set of rules. Okay, so it is physiology would be nothing but our foundations for learning languages and rationality. Okay, and then we have mathematics. So over here the logic would be like formal representation and proof. Okay, so all the mathematical computations and all the algorithms what we have uh, built on. Okay, so all this will be involving in AI and especially probability. Okay, so probability would be always used for probability of success, failure. So based on probability, what kind of outcome do we need to have at the end result? Okay, so those are the mathematical aspects. Then we have economics. So formal theory for relational decisions, combined decision theory and probability theory for decision making under uncertainty. And also we have game theory, Markov decision processes. So all this kind of theories which come under economics can be used under AI. Again, will be involving with respect to individual ones when we are getting deeper dive into uh, AI in the further videos. And then we have neuroscience. So definitely AI is actually kind of steady, like kind of similar to neuron. So basically we are trying to create an artificial intelligence. So our intelligence is basically based on brain functionality. So exactly neuroscience is a study of brain functioning. Okay, so it will study how exactly brain works, and then it will create how brains and computers are similar or they are dissimilar, how they are the same page and how they are not, and which what are the things which can be used for overcoming. And next we have psychology. So how we think, how we act, other things with where AI should adapt. Okay, so how exactly a human thinks and how exactly he will act, and especially in an intelligent way. Okay, in a smart way. So cognitive psychology preserves the brain as an information for processing machines, and again led to developments of the field of cognitive science. So how could computer models be used for study languages, memory, and thinking for psychological perspectives? Again, with respect to different perspective itself, we can have a better outcome from an AI. Computer engineering. So computer engineering is like how exactly we build our powerful machines, like what kind of algorithms we deployed at the very beginning, what are the aspects, what are the attributes which will feed in to a machine so that it can start learning, and also a whole lot of information, the information of data. Again, we will be instructing from where you can get data, that is like kind of data mining, and how well if you have to like understand the data. So that is like kind of deep learning. So those are all the computer science. Again, examples would be self-driving car. Self-driving car is always a best fit for an AI application as an example. Okay, so self-driving cars are possible today thanks to advancement in the computer engineering. Okay, so next we have control theory and cybernetics. So design simple optimal agents. Again, we'll be seeing about the agents later on. So optimal agents which are receiving feedback from the environment, and modern control theory design system maximizes the objective functions over time. Okay, so those are the things. And linguistics, again how the language and thinking are related. Modern linguistics plus AI is kind of called as computational linguistics, and that is nothing but natural language processing, another key subject what we can tell under AI. So basically that is like interaction between humans with humans in a human way. Okay, so that's it is natural for humans when you're communicating in a human way, so that is natural language to us. So that's how hence the name is like kind of natural language processing. Okay, so those are the foundations, and next we have components, like few components of AI. So what exactly are the things that makes an AI? So basically, we should have reasoning and problem solving. Researchers has developed machines with algorithms, so that is nothing but again machine learning. So machine with algorithm that enables machine to solve puzzles or quizzes similar to humans. So how exactly we deal? Okay, so AI can also deal with uncertain or incomplete information through advanced algorithms. Okay, so this will help out for their reasoning and the keen of problem solving. Knowledge representation. So it is a representation of knowledge which is stored by an agent. Make an expert system. Knowledge can be a set of objects, relations, concepts, or properties. Okay, so all this can be with respect to knowledge and the representation in a smart way where it can be easily understood by the users. Planning, definitely intelligence agent should be able to set a goal, make plans to achieve those goals. They should be able to visualize the future and make predictions about their actions taken for achieving the goals. Okay, so again actions has to be taken in order to achieve the set goals. Okay, so the goals which are set. Learning, so it is a like a study of computer algorithms which improve automatically through experience. Okay, so this whole concept is always is known as machine learning. So machine with respect to algorithms, it will do some kind of learnings and creates its own kind of models. Okay, so which models which will aid in creating machine learning algorithms, and finally these machine learning algorithms will have whole lot of set of calculations to be performed and give final outcome. Okay, so again more on it we'll be seeing in detail. Again we'll have a chapter dealing with only machine learning algorithms. Okay, and natural language processing, again I stress on natural language processing because we always like to interact with natural language. Even Apple's if you just call up customer support, it will be interacted by Siri in a very smart way. Okay, so basically that's an AI deployed over there. Okay, so it will interact with humans with respect to its natural language. It is more likely for US based or UK based native speakers. Okay, so non-native speakers, it doesn't feel that natural yet. Okay, so maybe in future with respect to for example spoken English in India would be like kind of our own way, because even already Google has adapted with respect to English language used in India. Okay, so that's how we are kind of we are still non-native speakers of English, but we do have the perspective of we have our own perspective of English, how we pronounce a lot of words, how we put down into statements, so on. And finally perceptions. Okay, so it has an key component. So basically it is an ability of a machine to use input from sensors, microphones, wireless signals, etc. Again with respect to different aspects of the world. Okay, so as I was telling, different regions, different climates and also all these are kind of different inputs which has to be processed by the AI. So it has to get different perceptions so that it can maximize its results with respect to uh, the deployed AI on the environment. Okay, so where exactly the AI is deployed with those environment, and it has to maximize those. So it needs to have a very good perceptions. Okay, and next we have history of AI. So maybe we'll deal with complete history of AI in the next video.